Now, sticking with the Euros, the Royals have also caught football fever too. And the Times Royal editor, Kate Mansey, joins me now. Good morning to
Morning
you.
to you.
So, and you've been with the Royals this week.
Yes, I was with Prince William on Monday when he went up to St George's Park as president of the FA in his role there to make a surprise pep talk to the squad before they flew off to Germany, and he delivered these sort of special shirts that they're going to be wearing during the tournament, and met some kids who are having a kick around on the fields there. So this is a really fun time for William to meet his fans, because obviously he's a huge football fan, and a chance to speak to Harry Kane, of course, the captain. So it was Harry and William in one room, but it wasn't Prince Harry, obviously. It was the captain of the England squad.
They said to me in the meeting, they said, well, Kate Mansey got a selfie with Harry. I was like, hang on a minute. What story is... Oh, no, Harry Kane is what you meant.
Yes, yeah. Harry Kane. So he told me, actually, that William stays in touch with the squad during the tournament. So he's in touch with Gareth Southgate, the manager, and all through the tournament, and some of the players as well. And Kensington Palace have confirmed that he's going to fly out for the group stage match on Thursday, England v Denmark, during that UEFA 2024 championship. So that should be a fun...
I wonder if he's in touch with the nutritionists for the England team, because, of course, it turns out that Prince William has got some insider knowledge on how they can, you know, beef up their physique.
Yes, that's right. So in his pep talk, he said that he'd sought advice on the school run from his children as to some advice to pass on to the England squad, and Prince Louis had a choice piece of advice for him.
Right, and it's a big weekend for the Royals as well, isn't it? Back here at home.
It is. It's a huge part of the royal calendar. This weekend, on Saturday, we've got Trooping the Colour. So this is the traditional King's birthday parade. It's a chance to see the household cavalry in all their pomp and pageantry, all their glory, as they mark the official birthday of the monarch, because, of course, the monarch has two birthdays, unlike us. And we will see in this procession, you know, more than 1,000 troops taking part. It's the Irish Guards who will be trooping the colour. So this dates back a long, long time. Well, in fact, you could date this back to the Middle Ages, the idea that troops would have their colour trooped through the ranks. This is the idea that in the chaos of battle, the soldiers would be able to recognise their colour or flag, look up and see where their regiment was. So before battle commenced, they would have this colour, this flag, troop, so that they could recognise it later on. Now, it became part of this kind of birthday parade during the time of Charles II, so going back to, like, 260 years.
Love that.
George III brought it in then as a kind of part of this official birthday parade, and this is now part of our heritage.
So if you're out and about in London this weekend and didn't realise, you will... I mean, there's a big old route for it, isn't there?
That's right. So you're going to see... this year, the King is going to take part in a carriage, so he won't be on horseback. Obviously, he's had cancer treatment recently.
Yes.
He'll be in a carriage for this procession, but we will see on horseback Prince of Wales, Duke of Edinburgh, Princess Anne taking part in that procession.
Yeah.
Going down.
And look, we can see that the Royals all come out for a big sort of photo opportunity and say hello to everybody on the balcony. This is last year. And obviously there we can see Kate looking absolutely resplendent. But, of course, do we know, Kate Mansey, whether Kate will actually be able to come?
Well, there's been no official guidance yet from Kensington Palace on whether she'll be well enough. There's been lots of speculation both ways. I think every cancer patient is different, and the advice I've been given is that, you know, she very much would like to be there if she could.
Of course.
It really
the
depends
children will be
on how
there,
she
you
feels
think,
on the
though?
day. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't be trooping, would it, without Prince Louis
Louis.
and his little hands over his ears as the fly past goes past.
Yeah.
So I think that will be... look, I think she'd love to be there if she could be, but we know she's had a tough time. We remember that video, don't we, from March, when she sat down and said cancer had been found. She's undergoing chemotherapy. You know, it's no small health challenge that she's going through at the moment. So I think lots of people would love to see her there. It would be fantastic if she is.
Yeah, and
but we'll have to watch this space.
About the horses, of course, we saw that extraordinary episode where they bolted and one of them got very, very badly injured.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure if at that morning they were rehearsing for Trooping the Colour, I'm not sure. But these are the horses that will actually be involved this weekend.
That's
Is that right?
There's going to be, well, 2 are now still recovering from that episode, but we've got 3 that are going to take part in that ceremony. So it is a happy ending of sorts, that they'll be there.
On their
front
best
and centre.
behaviour.
They will.
On their best behaviour.
No, they will. I think it was, yeah, it was a difficult period for the household cavalry, but they've come through it, and I think no one will notice any difference when we have the kind of the full show.
No, good. They won't be at the front of the class like the naughty horse or anything.
No, well, last year the king was on a horse called Noble. It was a gift from the Canadian Mounties, and you know, it was dubbed Naughty Noble afterwards because the way it was sort of skittishly, skittishly sort of moving around. I don't know if that was part of the reason why he's now in a carriage.
Oh, I see.
That plus the cancer treatment, perhaps.
Yeah.
But
safer.
You know,
safer in the carriage.
You know, as with never work with children and animals is what.
Well,
they've
got them all.
They've got everything there.
And also, there's things happening at Windsor, aren't there?
Yes, so Monday is going to be the Order of the Garter. This is Garter Day.
Right.
So this is the oldest order of chivalry that we have, dating back 700 years. And this is a procession which will take place. So there'll be 4 new people invested into the Order of the Garter, in investiture in the throne room at Windsor Castle. Then they have a lunch in the Waterloo Chamber, and then we see a procession. And yes, with the plumes and everything, so it's a real display. This year we're going to have Duchess of Gloucester invested into the order. So
Who's the Duchess of Gloucester in this picture here?
So she's on the right on my screen here, the shorter one.
The shorter one, right.
Yeah, as we're looking on. Yeah, so she's obviously the wife of the Duke of Gloucester, and although, you know, you might not recognise her if you're a viewer, she actually has been a real stalwart during the King's cancer treatment because she's been at the right-hand side of the Queen on a lot of those official engagements. When the Queen was front and centre earlier this year of all those kind of royal engagements.
Oh, gorgeous.
She's been a real help.
Will Prince Andrew be at any of this, either Trooping the Colour or the Order of the Garter?
So we don't expect to see him at Trooping the Colour. We don't expect to see him at
Well, when you say we, as in the cameras don't expect to see him, but he may well be there.
Well, I think in terms of private family dues, he'll be there. So he remains a Knight of the Garter, so he will be at the lunch and at the private events. But similarly to last year, he's not going to be part of that public procession. The King's very much aware that he presents a reputational risk to the monarchy, and as such, he's invited to those private elements, but we're not going to see him parading down in all his finery.
Kate Mansey, a very busy few days again for you ahead.
Indeed.
Enjoy.
Yes,
nice
thank you very
to see
much.
you. Thanks for all of that and a bit of history. I love that.